Thank you for joining us and welcome to this Markets.com country profile on the Commonwealth of Australia, also known as Aussie Nation. I'm your host, Armando Gutierrez Jr. Australia has a population of over 20.6 million people and Mel Gibson. Australia's currency, the Australian dollar, is abbreviated the AUD. The AUD is currently valued at 0.95 to the US dollar. Now let's take a look at Australia's economy. Australia is a highly industrialized and advanced producer in the mining, industrial, and transportation equipment business, also in the chemical and steel business. Australia's current account balance is $61.4 billion with the deficit of imports of $152 billion and exports of $139 billion. Australia's major exports include minerals, precious metals, meat, aluminum, machinery, transportation equipment, and actors. Imports include machinery, transportation equipment, computers, petroleum products, and a lot of telephones. Australia's real GDP growth in 2007 was 3.6%, with a total GDP of $889 billion in nominal terms and $766 billion in purchasing power parity, which comes out to a per capita of $37,500. As for unemployment, Australia is currently 4.3% unemployed and facing a rate of inflation of 4.2%. Let's look at all the important Australian cash flow. Foreign direct investment inflows were $246 billion, with outflows amounting to $226 billion. Australia's markets, the Australian Premier Exchange, Australia's Security Exchange, located in Sydney, the ASX. Main index is the S&P and ASX 200. The total exchange-wide market value of publicly traded shares is around $1.1 trillion. Now let's look at Australia's political structure. The country is a federal parliamentary democracy overseen by its chief of state. All hail the Queen Elizabeth. Its government is also run by Prime Minister Kevin Rudd. Australia's main political forces are the business groups, social groups, environmental groups, and of course the unions. On the judicial branch, Australia's legal system is based on the all-powerful English common law. Now on to taxes. The corporation tax rate is 30%. The rate applies to both dividends and retained earnings. Personal income tax is progressive, and the top rate is 45%. Whoa. The government also collects a 1.5% tax towards countrywide health care. So go see your doctor. Let's take a look at the top 5 of Australia's big business companies, listed on the ASX, ranked by market cap. First, we have BHP Billiton Limited, with a market cap of $224 billion. BHP is the world's largest natural resources company with mining operations in 25 countries. Next is Rio Tinto Limited, with a market cap of $174 billion. Rio Tinto is one of the world's largest mining companies. Third is the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, with a market cap of $53 billion and is Australia's largest financial institution. Next, we have Telstra Corporation, with a market cap of $52 billion. Telstra is Australia's largest telephone company. Last big business is the National Australian Bank, with a market cap of $42 billion. It's the bank's largest institution, third largest institution. Looking to the future, we see a strong growing domestic demand, tight labor, and some capacity constraints. It's expected that inflationary pressures will remain prevalent throughout 2008 and to 2009. The government should cut taxes at some point in 2008 or 2009. Actually, it should probably cut taxes every year. And as a corollary, should cut public spending to curtail inflation. I expect the fiscal surplus to average 1.4% of GDP in 2008, with GDP growth to slow in 2.7% in 2008, down from 3.6%. The primary reasons for this are interest rate increases and accelerating inflation, negating wage growth. The Australian dollar will weaken for the remainder of 2008 and 2009, with consumer confidence continuing to erode, currently hitting one of its lowest points ever. We have one big piece of advice: bring back Mel Gibson. This concludes our presentation of Australia. I'm your host, Armando Gutierrez Jr., and thank you for tuning in to this Markets.com country profile.